Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome you all in this session. I hope everybody is doing great, feeling healthy and fine. As you all know that PFRDA Grade A examination is over and here we are here to discuss the phase 1 keys with all of you. So the lecture which you are waiting for the phase 1 answer keys that we have come forward to discuss with all of you, and you can just match your marks with that and you can just find out like how much questions you have done correct and where you have lost the marks, and so that based on that you can just find out like what is your chance of moving towards the other part of the examination. So we have specially created this PFRDA answer key session so that you all can come and understand like where you stand right now and how you have to go further in this preparation. Okay, so in the meanwhile, if anybody has any kind of question, please give it to me in the chat box. Please feel free to discuss in the chat box. So because make sure that you keep on interacting with me, and please do not make the session simply like this. Make sure that you keep on interacting with me, and in this way we will also learn, you also learn, and this is going to be a very good session for all of you. Okay, so if you are comfortable, then please just share your hi or hello in the chat box so that I can know where like who all have joined the session. Okay. In the meanwhile, I'll just find out like yeah. So we have PFRDA memory based question paper that we are going to discuss today right away. Okay. So this is a memory based paper, and please make sure we have done ample uh, protection we have taken in order to in order to produce this document, because sometimes the answer when we are preparing sometimes goes wrong, so we have given due importance for the clarity and proper question and answer. But sometimes if the question goes up and down, please do not worry about that, because we will be coming out with the revised memory based question and answer. So please don't worry about it. Is just like you should know what type of question has been asked and what is the answer for this question, and whatever the question which we have written over here, but we do not know what are the options that has come for this examination, we will be revising the document and we will be sharing this with all of you. Okay, related ambassador or any other thing, say you have to know it properly. Okay, so the answer for this question is Saurav Ganguly. So bank related, any brand ambassador or anything which is in the news right now, because right now most of the banks are putting their various type of brand ambassador for the various type of initiative. So make sure that you know all these things for your exam point of view, because from there only these type of uh, questions they make. Okay, then another question is on the books. So there are various important books that are released, and make sure that you should know all the books that are related to various type of important person who are releasing the books, who have been part of any of the verticals, like any social places, like your non-fiction places, economics, political issues, and all these things. So this is the book. The book name has been given as Glass Palace, and the writer of this book is Amitav Ghosh. Then, recently, Prime Minister declared Modera village as the Indian first solar powered village. So there, this is like a statement based question. It was. So here you have to find out like which of these statements are incorrect regarding the Modera village. So we are not able to recall the what is the statements over there. So once we get the proper statement from the other memory based on the memory of the students, we will be updating this. Okay, then the question number 4, which says that what is the entry age of the subscription in the Saral Jeevan Bima? In the Saral Jeevan Bima, so the maximum minimum and the maximum entry age is 18 is the minimum age, and 65 is the upper age limit for that. Then recently Indian Air Force celebrated its anniversary. So now anniversary Indian Air Force, Navy, Army. Okay. So Indian Air Force on 8th October, the Indian Air Force have 5 operational commands, and how many functional commands? So that is 2. Answer is 2. Then comes, which of the following country was the first country that has allowed the UPI transaction through Bheem portal? Okay, so which of the first country that has allowed the UPI transaction through Bheem portal? It is Bhutan. Okay, then recently the Defense Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, they have released a website that is called Ma Bharati Ke Sapoot. Okay, this I have already covered in the PIB, Press Information Bureau, that I have already covered this session. Okay, so they have released this website especially for those people who got casualty, and the fund has been created for all those people, for the help of all those people. So who has been chosen as the brand ambassador for this fund? So that is Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, then then the eighth question is, recently the Reserve Bank of India has raised the minimum capital requirement for setting up a asset reconstruction company, that is ARC. So from which level to which level they have increased from the existing 100 crore. So how much is the minimum capital that you require in order to create an asset reconstruction company? So from 100 crore it has been moved to the 300 crore region. Okay. Then the ninth question, the annual rate of inflation based on the All India Wholesale Price Index (WPI) number was for what dash for the month of September 2022 against the recorded for the August 2022. Okay, so what is the annual rate of inflation? It is 10.74. These are the very important question. WPI data, CPI data. So every month this data is released in all the national newspapers, so you better jot down the points from there. So these are the way you can just find out like what news is important, what news is not important. So WPI, CPI data, any government reports, very important data, economic survey, budget, all these some datas are very important. Okay, then in IBSMR, the participation country are India, South Africa, and Brazil. So they have taken a maritime exercise that takes place between the India, South Africa, and Brazil. That is called EBSMA. Okay, so that is a uh, uh, maritime exercise that has been taken by them. Now, which of the following cities have won the World Green City Award in 2022? Okay, so now awards. Here you should know the various type of exercise, like your maritime exercise, navy exercise, because our country is doing various type of exercise with various type of countries, so they have various type of and all these kinds of exercise are there. So air force is conducting their own, navy is conducting their own. Okay, so like that you should know. Now, which of the following city have won the World Green City Award? So awards are very famous, very important awards. You should know. Sometimes you should know the award which is not known by many places, but it also keeps a very important position in the world. Okay, so you should know that. So World Green City Award has been given to Hyderabad. It has been given to Hyderabad. Now, question number 12. Question number 12. Recently, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, Mumbai Airport that we call it as, has switched to green energy sources. Fulfilling dash of its requirement from hydro and wind. So how much hydro and wind power is being utilized by the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport? Okay, that has been switched to the green energy sources. So how much the fulfilling is going on? So the answer for this question is 95%. Okay, so Gaurav has asked something. Hello Gaurav, welcome to the session. Gaurav, our team will be coming out with a separate video on cutoff. Okay, our team will be coming on a separate video for the cutoff, so don't worry about that. It will be also discussed with you. Don't worry about that. Okay, fine. Now, recently, now again one question is on solar. So make sure that renewable energy, any news related to renewable energy is important for any kind of examination, whatever examination you are preparing. Any news related to renewable energy, right? So recently Indian government has approved rupees 19,500 crore under the PLI 2, that is production link incentive. That is PLI means production link incentive, budget 2022. Okay, 23, in order to support domestic manufacturing of the solar panels for meeting the target that we have given for 280 gigawatt of installed solar capacity by what year? By what year? So now they are also, year are also very important because Indian government has set target. Indian government has set target years for various things like Har Jal Har Ghar Jal Se Yojana is there. Okay, then we have Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, then production link incentive, how much like our green hydrogen policies, then we have our ethanol blending program. All these targets here have been given. So you should know the target year for various things. So what is the answer for this question? It is 2030. That is the year 2030. Now, question number 14. Which of the following securities can be held in electronic form? So, this is a kind of a question where some securities are there. So, you have to find it out how many, which type of securities you can held in electronic form. In the electronic form, that is in the form of a demat. So, shares you can keep, debentures you can keep, bonds you can keep, government security you can keep, mutual fund units you can keep. Okay, so this is a type of question. It's a kind of a question from finance. Okay, now who won the test batting prize in the ESPN award? Okay, ESPN is a very important channel of the sports, so they have given a test batting prize. Okay, so prize, important prizes, sports related prizes are there, very important. Who has won the test batting prize? That is Rishabh Pant. Then recently, the central bank has offered to sell a total of dash stake in the IDBI bank. So the central government wanted to sell some of the stake. It is not some of the stake. It is the good amount of stake that central government wanted to sell in the IDBI bank. So how much is that? Anybody wanted to give a guess on that? Anybody wanted to give a guess on that? Okay, fine. That's all. That's not a problem. So central government wanted to sell 60.7. So bank related anything that is coming, any bank that has been penalized, any bank have changed any kind of policy, how much stake that are changing, any policy change. Okay, so you think that the question will be asked. Okay, so you have to do a directed preparation. You have to do a very directed preparation where which is important that you have to remember, unless you have to remove it from your preparation, right? Now, question number 17. Which of the following organization has recently released Living Planet Report of 2022? Living Planet Report. Okay, so that is related to environment. Okay, so what is the answer? Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, has released the Living Planet Report of 2022. Okay, then comes our question number 18. Right now we have a lot of issues that are happening through global hunger index. They have released a report of global hunger index. Okay, so there is a lot of criticism that has happened throughout the country. So this question is also very important. So what is the rank India has got in the global hunger index in 2022? So the answer of this question is 107 rank. Okay, now question number 19. Question number 19 is we have to find out the incorrect statement. So it is related to SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. So there is statements we are giving, like 4 or 5 statements might have been given, and you have to find out the statement which is wrong. Okay, so the answer for this question is SEBI was constituted in 1990. That was a incorrect statement. Okay, now question number 20. Recently, the Convergence Energy Service, CESL, it is a subsidiary of Energy Efficiency Service. They have established a first of its kind solar power charging plaza for electric vehicle in what region? In which region? CESL, it is a subsidiary of Energy Efficiency Service. They have recently really established first of it. So anything which is very important, which is happening first or first time or like that, you have to remember that. You have to remember that. Okay, first, like a solar power charging plaza for electronic vehicle in dash region. Which region it is? The answer for this question is Ladakh region. It is in the Ladakh region. Okay, now comes the next question. Now memory based question paper 2. Okay, memory based question paper 2. So the question is, which of the following person cannot join the NPS, National Pension System, under all citizen model? So which of the following person cannot join the NPS system, since it is a PFRDA? So you should know in depth in-depth knowledge you should know about the pension sector of our country. You should know the in-depth knowledge about the pension sector of our country. So which of the following person cannot join the NPS under all citizen model? So the answer is PIO, that is person of Indian origin. Now, under the National Pension System, NPS account aggregator follow dash settlement slot at its point of presence. Okay, what type of settlement slot they used to take? So answer is T plus one basis, trading plus 1 day extra. Okay, that is T plus one basis they have taken in order to settle the slot. Then comes question number 3. Under Atal Pension Yojana, again see, government, Atal Pension Yojana, government Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, for upgradation, the subscriber has to pay the differential amount of the contribution at the rate of dash on the monthly compounding basis. So what is the answer? It is the 8%. It is a differential amount of contribution at a rate of 8% on monthly compounding basis. So if you are doing any kind of upgradation in the Atal Pension Yojana, so you will be charged at a differential amount of contribution at a rate of 8%. Okay. Now, question number 4. Which of the following mechanism has been established for pension related grievances? Okay. Which of the following has been established for the pension related grievances? So everybody knows that CPGRA MS has been released specially for pension related grievances. It is the online portal where you can do all type of grievances and you will get your query will be answered. Then what is the entry stage of Pradhan Mantri Vay Vandana Yojana? So important schemes. So if you can see, there are around good amount of pension related question, obviously that is there. Okay, if you are preparing for PFRDA question, obviously the pension related questions will be there and they will be there in the good amounts. Okay, then mostly here you can see that government yojanas are there, government yojana which are more towards the pension sector. Okay, now what is the entry is age of the Pradhan Mantri Vay Vandana Yojana? What is the answer for that? It is no limit. There is no limit for entering into the Pradhan Mantri Vay Vandana Yojana. Now question number 6. Which of the following is not an asset class under the active choice of national pension system? So here you have to find out which is not an asset class, which are not a asset class under the active choice in the NPS. So answer is ULIP model. Okay, unit linked insurance plan. Again, insurance, pension. These are very important things which you have to remember for the PFRDA examination. Now, question is on the management. Now, question on management, and as you all know that you can expect the question from the various type of leadership model. So we have a question based on transactional leadership and exchange leadership. So what is the question based on the, so we are not able to recall that question. So once the question is recalled and once the memory based question paper we again get it, we refined it and we will just again share with all of you. Okay, then there is a question based on section 44. Okay, so it is a bit of theoretical and bit of little bit deeper. So they are asking regarding the section 44, nature of shared debenture in the Companies Act. They are asking regarding that also. So the paper has gone little bit deeper into various type of acts, So it is a question based on the section 44. Now every listed company shall have at least how many director as independent directors? So every listed company can have how many like at least how many independent directors? Any listed company, so they have to do at least 1/3 of the directors should be independent. 1/3 of the directors should be independent. Then, so question based on Companies Act, very important. Question based on Companies Act has been asked. Okay, so please note down all these things, where all these places they have taken various type of question. Then question number 10. A special resolution and prior approval of dash is required to obtain and removing an auditor from an office before the export of its term. Like what is the type? A special resolution and prior approval of dash is required. Whose approval is required if you wanted to remove an auditor from the office? Central government approval is required. Okay, Companies Act and auditor things are also there for this examination. Now they are moving more towards the companies things, company knowledge, company act, various type of laws related to company, right? Basic things are okay. So there shall be minimum of 4 board meetings every year. So there shall be minimum of 4 board meetings every year and not more than dash shall intervene between the two consecutive board meetings. That means how much time should not pass between the two meetings. Okay, minimum board meetings should be there every year and not more than dash months shall intervene between the two consecutive board meetings. So how much time? 120 days. The answer is 120 days. Of not more than 120 days. They are taking the upper part of anything. They are not going too deeper. They are just going through whether you know the act or not, whether you know the company's policy or not, whether you know regarding the board meetings or not. Basic knowledge. Okay. Now question number 12. A company proposing to issue a red herring prospectus under subsection. Now again, company's question. Okay. A company proposing to issue a red herring prospectus, they have under the subsection 1 shall file it with the registrar at least dash prior to the opening of the subscription list at the offer. So the answer of this 3 days. Okay. Yes, Sachin. Yes, correct. You can just go there and you can just check it. You can find the answer for that. Okay, Sachin. Now, question number 30. Which of the following are specialized terminology? So sometimes we use some kind of specialized terminologies when we are discussing regarding any field. Okay, so which of the following are the specialized terminology associated with any particular field, with related to any particular field or area of activity, and which is normally employed in a particular communication? Like if you are working in an IT company, so you have been utilizing some different type of words. If you are working in a healthcare industry, you are utilizing certain kind of words. So, and which are not understood by other people. So what kind of that, what is the name of that specialized terminologies? So the answer of this question is jargons. The answer is jargons. Now, question number 14. So we have numericals based on the annual depreciation. Okay, but so it is on the straight line basis. Then we have a question based on impaired losses. Okay, and took place under the IND ES 36. So these are the numericals. Important numericals are there. So you have, when since you have seen the question paper, you should better know that numericals are also in good numbers. So make sure that whenever you are practicing, whenever you are preparing, make sure that you have to keep a balance of all the things. Okay, then bank overdraft payable on demand will be classified as, like, bank overdraft payable on demand will be classified as cash and cash equivalent cash flow. Okay, cash and cash equivalent cash flow. Now, question number 17. Which of the following is not one of the principle of lean system? So there is a lean system. So they have asked like which is not a principle. So where 4 5 things are there. So you have to find out like which is not the principle of that lean system. So they have given over here like 5 principles are there. They have given 5 principles. So anything other than this is the not one of the principle. Okay. Now, question number 18. Which of the following is not one of the 5S? Not a 5S of the Kaizen system. Which of the following is not the 5S of the Kaizen system? Which of not? Okay. So the answer, they have said that these are the things which are a part, and you can just find out like which is not a part of it. So this is again a like a odd one out type of a question that is there. Okay. Now, numerical based on the ICR, interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio, the numericals are there for the PFRDA session. So you should better know. So I have already told you that whenever you are preparing, you have to keep a balance of numericals and the various type of current affairs and static affairs. Now, there is a numerical based on the debt equity ratio also there. Debt equity ratio, you have to find out from the balance sheet. So balance sheet is given. So you have to find out like debt to equity ratio. So I think this is a very easy formula for debt to equity ratio. So once you know the proper formula, they will be giving a balance sheet over there. You can just simply put various type of things, the debt divided by equity, and then find out the ratio for it. Then There is a numericals on current ratio CR. So again, so this is a numerical based on some balance sheet. Balance sheet is there, so you have to do some numericals based on that balance sheet. So understand that here you can gain marks. So if you know properly how to read the balance sheet, so you can easily find out these questions. Okay, easy to go. Now we have a break even sale quantity numericals is also there. Break even sale quantity numericals is also there. Now, so there is a question also based on IND 7. Very like based on the pension and various other things, the questions are there. Now, which of the following organization will choose contract costing method? Which of the following organization chooses contract costing method? It is the real estate which normally chooses contract costing method. Real estate is the business organization which chooses the contract costing method. Now, question number 25. Numericals are based on calculation about the debt to be noted in the balance sheet. So balance sheet questions are there. Good amount of balance sheet questions are there. Then comes our question number 6. Very easy one. Very easy one. When India's financial year end, it is 31st of March. 31st of March. Very easy. Some questions are very easy to ask. Now, question number 27. Which of the following? So they have given various type of equations. They have given various type of equation and they have asked which of the following is called as Fisher equation. Which of them is called as a Fisher equation? The answer is MV is equal to PT. That is money velocity is the equation, and you have to click on that. Now, under the ESOP model is related to share which company normally gives to their employees. Okay, under the ESOP model, the vesting period of dash is known as a cliff clause. So, how much is the vesting period? That you have to find out. Okay, so this is also known as cliff clause. So you have to find out like how much is the ESOP vesting period. It is 1 year. Okay, then after that, Philip curve. Important type of Philip curves are there. So there is an important curve that is called Philip curve. So you have to find out like what is the relationship between the Philip curve. So what two things are compared in the Philip curve? What two things are compared in the Philip curve? So answer for this question is inflation and unemployment is being discussed in the Philip curve. Okay, inflation and unemployment, right? Now, so in the Philip curve, it is an inverse relationship that is happening between these two quantities. Then question number 30th. So if the income of a person increase, if the income of the person increases, then commonly there is a dash relationship between income and interest. So what is the type of relation that is there? So it is called as direct relationship. It is called as a direct relationship if the person incomes is increasing. So what is the relationship between income and investment? So more the income, more the investment they will do, because their normal static static consumption will decrease, because once your income increases, you do not eat too much, right? You will eat that much only which you were eating earlier. Okay, so your investment will increase. Now, so now the question number 31st. So the manager who observe the internal and external affair of an organization is known as who? The manager who observe the internal and external affairs of an organization is known as who? That is, the answer is liaison. Okay, liaison is known as a person who manages the internal and external affairs of the organization. Now, statement based question on green shoe. Okay, so this is a statement based question. And now, which of the following organization regulate the corporate affairs? So obviously it's a easy question, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now, DBT, question on DBT is there. DBT, direct benefit transfer, is there. So direct benefit transfer scheme or program aim to establish a Giro system to transfer dash directly to the people through their linked bank account. So there is a DBT system which aim to establish Giro system to transfer dash directly. What they wanted to transfer dash directly? Subsidies. They wanted to transfer subsidies. Now, question based on the 3D model of integrated leadership. Question based on the 3D model of integrated leadership. Then question number 36 is based on the exporter. What exporter is used to reduce their risk? What exporter normally use? Like what type of tool the exporter uses? Like what is the process or what type of activity exporter do to reduce their risk? So answer is hedging. That is called hedging. Everybody knows that. Now, Other question that has been asked over here is that in an economy, employment and expenditure are influenced by. So whenever we are talking about any economy, so employment and expenditure are influenced by what? They are influenced by effective demand. So what is the effective demand in the market? Okay. Now, which of the following is part of a non-tax revenue? Non-tax revenue. Which of the following is a part of non-tax revenue? Non-tax means where you are not taxing somebody. Okay, so they have given 4 5 options, so you have to find like it is the answer is the gift tax. Now, the core inflation, whenever we are calculating the core inflation, is calculated as overall inflation and what we subtract from that. So we have overall inflation and we subtract what type of things from there. Whenever we are finding out the core inflation, the answer over here is we remove food and beverages because their price keep fluctuating. Okay, so that is why we remove food and beverages in order to find out the core inflation, and food, beverages, and fuel and light we normally remove. Okay, now, yeah, now question number 40. Recently, SEBI came up with a new guideline that is for alternate investment fund and venture capital funds for making investment abroad under what? Under what? So the answer is it can invest in the securities of the company incorporated outside India. That is the answer. Now question number 41. Higher MPC is driven by higher MPC is driven by higher multiplier. Higher MPC is driven by higher multiplier. That is the answer. Okay. Now again the question came on the policy making policy like our government make policies and various other organization make policy. So what is the answer for this question based on the policy making? Now then again question based on the monitoring role. So there will be a role of manager that will be given, and then question will be asked like what type of monitoring, that a role that has been performed by the manager. So they have given 3 4 options, and here you have to find out what is the which role has been called as a monitoring role of the manager. Okay, then there is a question based on the affiliate leadership. So good amount of question has been asked on the role of manager and leadership styles and various type of alternative to that, various type of leadership work and differences between the leadership, and they are comparing the two type of leadership. Okay, then there is a question based on the system theory. Then yeah, question number 46 is DMADV. It is a Six Sigma framework. DMADV is a Six Sigma framework that focuses primarily on the development of new services, products, or processes as opposed to improving the previous existing one. So, which of the following is not one of the DMADV? So, you have to find it out. They have given the full form of that. So, you have to find like which is not a part of it. Which is not a part of it. So, DMADV especially use the name is defined for D, M for measure, A for analyze, D for design again, and V for verify. So anything other than these three or name is outside this framework. Okay. Now question, which of the following is a correct pattern? Like they have given some irregular pattern of SIPOC, so they find out like what is the which of the following is a correct pattern. Okay, correct pattern, like how the SIPOC is written. So they might have replaced P with the first word, I with the fourth word. Okay, so they find out what is the pattern. So SIPOC is only the correct pattern, and it is denoted as supplier, input, process, output, and customers. Okay, then again comes the question on Companies Act. Again, the question comes on the Company Act. So under section 123 of clause 3, Companies Act and Board of Director of a company may declare an interim dividend during any financial year out of a surplus in dash account, in which account they can declare the surplus out of the profit of the financial year in which such interim dividend is sought to be declared. So profit and loss account they can declare it. Okay, then there is a question based on the nominee structure. Like if something happens to you, who's going to be the nominee? Then if that person happened to you, then who's going to the nominee? So there is a question based on the nominee structure of the Atal Pension Yojana. Again, pension yojana. Now, yeah, very important question. If the Bank of Baroda, various type of accounts, we have loro, ltro, and various type of accounts are there. So they have the question based on the account, various type of accounts that are there in our country. So if a Bank of Baroda has an account in Yes Bank, and if a Bank of Baroda is using that account for its business purpose, then the Yes Bank will treat your Bank of Baroda account as loro account. Okay, so what is the meaning of that loro account? So loro account is a current type of account, and normally it is maintained by one domestic bank for another domestic bank in the form of a third party account. Okay, so these are the type of question that has been asked in the PFRDA question paper. So as you all know that some questions are very basic in nature, some question have gone a little bit deeper into that. So mostly the question on like Companies Act and awards and various first that has happened in the country. Then after that you have pension question, pension, wherever the pension thing is there, they have been asking. Okay, pension and insurance, they have been asking. So based on that your preparation should be done. Okay, because since it is a PFRD examination, so your preparation get restricted a little bit. Make sure that you do a smart preparation and just clear the examination cutoff and move towards the second phase of the examination. Anybody has any specific query, they can ask me, or we can just simply wind up the session. Anybody has any specific query? Anybody has any specific query? Okay, so I think so. If you have any specific query, once the session gets over, please just drop a comment on the comment box, and I will be surely answer to all your questions. So don't worry about that. Your question will be answered. And here in the Olive Board, we are all there in order to support you in all the activities that we are doing. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and make this video and share this video with your friends. And please like, subscribe, and follow to our channel. And here in this channel is specially been created for all the regulatory bodies, so you don't have to go to the main channel. Here you can just come. If you are working for any regulatory body, you can come here and all the things related to regulatory body will be discussed over here. Okay, so thank you so much guys. Bye bye, take care and good night. See you in the next session.